the Las Vegas Aces. So let me see how much it's gonna bust my pocket to go see the Aces in the first preseason game, man. $19. Jeez. Right. Jeez, man.
AJaWilson and the Las Vegas Aces just got a harsh reality check, and it's not a good look. While the Indiana Fever's preseason game sold out in under an hour, the reigning MVP and her squad are struggling to fill seats, practically giving tickets away like expired coupons. Caitlin Clark is outdrawing a team that boasts the so-called best player in the league. Let that sink in. Did AJaWilson forget to send out game reminders? Did Vegas's marketing team get sidetracked by a slot machine? Jackpot. Someone better call the Aces front office because it looks like they might need Clark just to keep the lights on.
Yeah, man. AJaWilson, man, commanded $19.
Caitlin Clark doesn't just move the needle, she is the needle. And if we need any more proof of that, the Indiana Fever exhibition game sold out in just about 30
Meanwhile, over in Indiana, fans are scrambling for any seat they can get for the Fever's preseason showdown against Brazil's national team at the University of Iowa. Caitlin Clark's alma mater didn't just sell out, it broke ticketing systems. Prices have skyrocketed on resale sites, with some seats going for thousands. The cheapest ticket available now is between $400 and $500. You heard that right. $500 just to watch Caitlin Clark warm up the nets in a preseason matchup. Fans are treating it like Game 7 of the WNBA Finals.
It's a big situation again. Like Caitlin Clark selling out Iowa, sold out a preseason game. People saying it sold out in 40 minutes. This is within 20 minutes. Like obviously you couldn't get onto the damn website. It's sold out. You could have been trying to refreshing the page and not got it. Most of the time, it officially sold out in 40 minutes, but like realistically, it almost crashed the website.
But let's talk about what's happening in Vegas because it's downright embarrassing. The Aces, the so-called powerhouse of the league, are struggling to convince people to spend just $19 on tickets. Yes, $19. That's less than the cost of a pizza. At this rate, they might as well throw in a free drink and a souvenir to sweeten the deal. You'd think a team stacked with MVPs, All-Stars, and Olympians wouldn't have to beg for attendance, but apparently, people just aren't interested.
This, by the way, is driving AJaWilson fans nuts. They're furious that this is happening on the same day. Why are they doing this? Oh my God, don't they realize the impact of AJaWilson, blah, blah. What impact? Stop it.
The contrast couldn't be more obvious. The Fever are packing arenas with fans willing to drop serious cash to witness the start of a new era. Meanwhile, in Vegas, you could probably buy Aces tickets with pocket change and still have enough left, over for a buffet dinner. And here's the reality. This isn't just about ticket prices, it's about demand. People are fighting to be in the building for Caitlin Clark, while the Aces are just hoping someone, anyone, shows up.
Finding affordable tickets for the Indiana Fever preseason game against Brazil at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Seats at the arena for the May 4th matchup between the Indiana Fever and Brazil were first offered to season ticket holders and a few top donors. It didn't take long for them to be.
Think about it. The resale value of 2 courtside Fever tickets for a preseason game could cover a round-trip flight to Vegas, a luxury hotel stay, and a 5-star dinner, with enough left over to snag Aces tickets and still get change back. That's how wild this gap is. The Fever are electric because people genuinely want to be there. Meanwhile, the Aces could probably fit an entire high school pep rally into their arena and still have empty seats.
37 minutes. That's all the time it took for all 13,000 tickets to sell to season ticket holders. The University of Iowa is trying to make sure the tickets go to fans. Instead, the legislature made you even more. The words "sold out" are plastered on the doors at Carver Hawkeye Arena and the team's website for tickets to see Hawkeye legend Caitlin Clark and her Indiana Fever take on the Brazil women's team in a preseason.
Caitlin Clark didn't just enter the WNBA, she reshaped its entire landscape. The Fever, a team that hadn't been relevant in years, is suddenly the hottest ticket in basketball. Meanwhile, the Aces just got a front row seat to the harshest reality of all. Winning titles doesn't always mean winning fans.
They're sold out. So I really don't know what they're going to do about this. I guess it's just kind of like one of those missed opportunities. And, you know, a lot of people are saying they need to move this to a stadium because there's no doubt in Iowa, if you move this to a stadium, it would be sold out.
The excuses are rolling in, but the reality is clear. There's just no hype. Some will argue it's a market issue, that Vegas has too many entertainment options. But hold up. Last time we checked, Indiana isn't exactly Times Square, yet the Fever are selling out games at record speed while the Aces are practically begging people to show up. A two-time championship team stacked with star power, yet their tickets are sitting in the bargain bin. That's not a market problem. That's an interest problem.
See how many people showed up to watch Caitlin Clark play golf? With actual attention, economics at play, Caitlin's participation in any league has an existential bearing. Nobody outside of Asia herself cares about whether Asia shows
AJaWilson, the so-called face of the league, can't even draw enough fans to cover the cost of a regular dinner. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, fresh off a history-making rookie season, has the entire world glued to her every move. It's not even close. The Fever's stock is soaring, while the Aces are looking more like an afterthought with every empty seat. Fans aren't rushing to see Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, or Wilson dominate teams. They're lining up and paying top dollar just to catch a glimpse of Caitlin Clark lighting up the court.
crazy because literally nobody has, and sources close to AJaWilson decided to answer anyway.
And let's be real. When's the last time you saw courtside seats to watch a reigning MVP for under $20? That's insane. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's games sell out in minutes, and if you blink, resale prices skyrocket. It's not even a fair fight. The Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable, and AJaWilson and the Aces just have to accept it. Think about it. People are debating whether Caitlin Clark is changing the game, while AJaWilson is struggling to sell tickets like a clearance sale at a thrift shop. The Aces thought they were the hottest thing in the WNBA. Then Caitlin Clark stepped in, and suddenly, the landscape shifted overnight.
I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of it.
Aces fans love to throw around the back-to-back championships argument, but here's the truth. What's the point of being a dominant team if nobody's watching? You could walk into an Aces game 5 minutes before tip-off and still land a Baya. Front row seat, like it's an open mic night. Meanwhile, trying to get a Caitlin Clark ticket is like scoring front row seats to a Beyonce concert. Gone in seconds. There are levels to this, and Caitlin Clark is proving she's in a league of her own. The WNBA's future has arrived, and the Aces just got left in the dust.
Shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game, where the Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin's college facility, sold out. They went on sale this morning at 9 a.m. for Fever season ticket holders, Iowa donors, and Iowa season ticket holders for women's basketball. And then general admission was supposed to go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm hearing rumblings of like maybe scalpers got in, like the secondary market was already crazy, but it was sold out and a bunch of season ticket holders couldn't even get their tickets. Iowa women's basketball posted this on their Instagram and on their Facebook just a few minutes ago that, hey, it's already sold out. No point in trying to get tickets tomorrow for the general public because you can't.
Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's transforming the entire landscape of the WNBA. She's drawing in people who never watched a women's game before, suddenly buying jerseys, lining up for tickets, and packing arenas they didn't even know existed. Meanwhile, AJaWilson's games have the energy of a midweek high school scrimmage, with half-empty seats and popcorn that's probably on a 2-for-1 deal. Aces fans can complain all they want about their team being disrespected, but if people actually cared, the ticket sales would show it.
The thing that we've seen jump so much this season in the WNBA is merch sales. There was a report that came out from the boardroom saying that since the start of the regular season, sales of WNBA merchandise are up over 500% versus the same period last year, with fan gear sales over the first half of the season at the highest in league history. Player-specific merchandise, including jerseys and t-shirts, have seen a staggering 1,000% increase in sales. Additionally, sales of league-specific merchandise like the popular orange WNBA hoodie are also up 200%.
Let's put it this way. Caitlin Clark could announce she's playing a pickup game at a local gym, and fans would be camping outside like it's Black Friday. Meanwhile, the two-time defending champions are struggling to give away tickets. It's comical that people still try to downplay Clark's impact when the proof keeps piling up. Ticket sales through the roof, TV ratings breaking records, and unmatched hype. Meanwhile, the biggest storylines coming out of Vegas aren't about their on-court dominance, but about who's leading their latest pregame TikTok routine. Priorities, right?
Top-selling WNBA player merch, Caitlin Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier in the season. I feel sad that Kate Martin also hasn't gotten as much playing time the second half of the season. I feel like she deserves more, or maybe she deserves a different team. How crazy would that be if she went to Indiana? Just saying. And then #5 on the list is AJaWilson.
And don't even get started on jersey sales. Clark's jersey was the best seller last season, not just in the WNBA, but outselling plenty of NBA stars. Meanwhile, AJaWilson sits in 5th place, hoping someone picks up her jersey with a meal combo. The reality is clear. Clark is the main event, and the Aces are just the undercard fight. They might get a few cheers, but everyone really came to see the headliner. The numbers don't lie, the fans don't lie, and the impact is undeniable. Caitlin Clark has taken over, and some folks just need to accept it. AJaWilson walks around like she's the undisputed face of the WNBA, a 3-time MVP and 2-time champion. On paper, she's got the accolades, but if she's really that much of a superstar, why can't her team even sell out a preseason game with tickets cheaper than a fast food meal? Meanwhile, Clark has people dropping hundreds, sometimes thousands, just to get into the building. This isn't just hype, it's a reality check. Clark isn't just winning games, she's elevating the entire league in ways no player before her has done. Every arena she steps into is packed, standing room only, and resale prices are skyrocketing. She's actively changing the WNBA in real time.
Topic is breaking sports. The face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Every time this woman steps on the court, she's doing something that we've never seen before. She is officially the face. There's no doubt about it. The numbers don't lie. Whether it's viewership, whether it's ticket attendance, she's doing so.
And when you look at AJaWilson and the Aces, what do you see? Where's the excitement? Where's the energy? Where's the so-called superstardom everyone keeps talking about? Let's be real. Las Vegas is a tourist city with a constant flow of visitors looking for entertainment. Filling a small arena should be the easiest thing in the world, especially when tickets cost less than a night at a budget motel. But nope, they're practically giving them away, and people still aren't. Showing up? What does that tell you?
I want to be great for you guys. No offense, but I want to be great for my team. I want to be great for this franchise. It is hard as shit. It is hard as shit. There's tons of people that want to break you down. Great teams in this league that are going to try to come after you every single night. But when it comes to taking accountability, I have no problem in that because I want to be great. I want to be great for my teammates. So yes, it can start in practice. Yes, it starts in training camp. Yes, it starts in the wins and the losses. But I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to challenge myself and my teammates every single day. Because when you're talking about greatness, it starts with consistency.
Maybe the so-called Aces dynasty isn't as beloved as they think. Maybe people outside their fan base just don't care. Maybe AJaWilson isn't the draw she believes she is. But you know who is? Caitlin Clark. When she sneezes, ESPN covers it. When she blinks, social media explodes. WNBA ticket sales, merchandise numbers, and TV ratings are all up. And there's one common denominator: Clark.
It starts with me, and it's going to always be with me, because I have 11 other women in that locker room that I need to feel greatness on. So that's where it goes from. If it's talking more, is it trying to fly on the court, is it being a defensive presence? I'm going to be that every single day for my team because I want them to be great. Not just for rings and banners, because I know the potential that we have in our locker room.
It's outright disrespectful, not just to Caitlin Clark, but to the league itself. The WNBA keeps hyping up its so-called superstars, yet when it comes time to sell tickets, those same stars can't even fill an arena. Let's be real. If Clark were on the Aces, there wouldn't be bargain bin tickets floating around. If she were wearing a Vegas jersey, those same seats would be triple the price and still sell out in minutes. The difference is glaring, so maybe it's time for a reality check. Maybe it's time to acknowledge that AJaWilson isn't the superstar she's made out to be, Because if she were, she wouldn't be struggling to get people to show up while Caitlin Clark is out here rewriting history.
So, for all Aces fans, it's over. It's over. It's over. The reign of the Aces is over. I understand the shortest dynasty in the history of the sport of basketball. You know, I've never heard of a dynasty that won 2 championships and then was done. Because you're seeing all the ring-chasing free agents getting out of it.
The numbers don't lie, and neither do the empty seats at Aces games. The Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable, and the rest of the league is scrambling to keep up. Other WNBA players are putting in overtime, dropping Instagram workout clips, and desperately trying to prove they're just as valuable. But here's the thing. No matter how many extra shots they take or flashy highlights they post, they can't change what's coming. Caitlin Clark is about to put this league in a chokehold, and they know it. Every time she steps onto the floor, the entire basketball world is watching. It's as simple as that. The jealousy, the bitterness, the endless attempts to downplay, her impact, it doesn't matter. She's already taken over. Other players can tweet, complain, and throw shade all they want, but at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark runs this league now. And if AJaWilson and the Aces don't like it, well, tough luck. The future has arrived, and it's wearing an Indiana Fever jersey.